Hello everyone, and today we're doing What If Deku was Sobble, Part 1. If you guys hear any snoring, that's my two brothers, because it is. It's 11:30. So, yeah. As you see, they are very similar. One cries. One also cries. One's just taller. So, Deku will be just a Sobble. He'll go from Sobble to Drizzle to Inteleon. So, let's get into the video. Okay, guys, so we continue it. So, okay, we start the story, and yeah. So, one day, when Deku is 4 years old, he notices, oh, why am I turning blue? As he realizes, and I'm shrinking too. Just a little, though. And Izuku then fully turns into a Pokemon, as Izuku's like, okay, not the greatest quirk. Maybe a quirk I can train, but it's doable. And Izuku thinks to himself, so if I train out my quirk, as he is like, oh, wait, let me get the gunk out of my throat, as he spits into the sink, and water, and he sees he spits water, like, instead of just, like, spit, it's a fully fledged water, as Izuku's like, I have a water quirk. Cool. I'm like a water animal. As Izuku goes over to his mom, like, hey, Mom, look, I got my quirk. As Zinka's like, oh, that's nice, Izuku. Oh, geez, you're short. As Izuku's like, yeah. And, yeah, Izuku then goes to school. And Izuku meets up with his friend Bakugo, and the entire squad starts asking, like, how strong are you? As Bakugo's like, okay, I want you to try and stop this explosion. As he sends an explosion going up into the air, and when it starts going over to him, Izuku just shoots water at it, and he says, water pulse, as he shoots it at him. As Izuku is kind of tired out by that, like, I used the stronger one. As Bakugo is impressed, like, it went right through the explosion. Interesting. As Bakugo's like, use your weak one. As Izuku's like, water gun. As it's a consistent water gun, as you'd imagine. And yeah. Okay. So, a couple years later, Izuku finally gets into middle school, and as he is talking on the playground for the first day, and no one can fight with me. Some middle schools do have playgrounds. The good ones have playgrounds. Back when I was in Ohio, sorry for me rambling on here, but back when I was in Ohio, we had playgrounds in our middle school, and that was a good middle school. Yeah, I never need to include that. Why did I even include that? Will it be cut? No. I need to extend the time. Anyway, guys. Izuku evolves into Drizzle. And Izuku is like, I'm taller! As he is like, oh crap. As Bakugo's like, what is it? As Izuku comes out of the dressing room, because we'll say instead of in school, he was at a mall with Bakugo. Bakugo's like, what is it? As Bakugo sees, like, oh gosh, as he looks to Izuku, to his hair, as Bakugo's like, you're emo, as he sees Izuku's hair covering one eye. And Izuku's like, I have to wait another 3 years for this to be done. And they're all freaking out, like, you're gonna look so weird, Izuku. Izuku's like, I can't handle it. As Izuku had trained his quirk really good. And he was actually quite strong. I'd give him Mega. He has the strength of Mega Swampert, but he's as flimsy as Drizzle. And you wait until he's Inteleon. He'll have the normal like head and legs, but he is super buff. He's like one of those extremely buff dogs you see in those memes, except it says an Inteleon. So Izuku is tying with Bakugo, so like, what do we train now? We're clearly super strong. We're probably good for the exam. Do we just need to like get better? As Bakugo looks to him like, you with your training again. Look, we've trained all we need to. And I've basically mastered my quirk. I don't even take damage anymore. I can already make a super move, one I would have considered if I didn't train, and I can just do it normally now, without a costume. As Izuku's like, that's really specific. As Bakugo's like, yeah, I guess so. As they start talking about it, and Bakugo's like, okay, so I've determined it. As Izuku's like, what is it? You can waterbend. As Izuku's like, this is not anime. I can't. No, I mean, I'd more so say avatars or cartoon. This isn't Avatar, dude. I can't waterbend it. As Izuku's like, fine, I'll try. As he makes a water shoot up from the ground, and he tries to make it into a trident, and it just goes into a trident. As Izuku looks to Bakugo like, you're a genius. As Izuku is like, now I can make tornadoes. So Bakugo is like, yeah, I just solve all your problems. As they go to high school. And Izuku and Bakugo have a very rigorous training. And they never bump into All Might because they were training. And they were great friends. And they would never take the long route or short route, whatever. They'll just take the normal route. And yeah, they got really strong, and they never meet All Might as always, because One for All is overpowered. I mean, if you think about it, what if I gave it to Dialga or Darkrai? That would be extremely overpowered, because, they'd go from one of my strongest characters to the strongest by quite a good margin. So, let me continue. Yeah. So when Izuku and Bakugo arrive to UA together, Deku looks over to Bakugo, and Bakugo is like, what is it, Deku? And Deku's like, I still can't shake the feeling that ever since you got your quirk, you look more and more like a girl. And I'll say, instead of explosions, guys, just forget anything I said about it. He'll be Score Bunny. And yeah, by now, he was in Score Bunny's final form. Yeah. So, yes, guys, I have to Google in front of you. I'm really sorry. I don't know it. Score Bunny final evolution. Cinderace. It's Cinderace. I just remembered it. I hope. Anyway, Deku's like, so what are you calling your form? I'll call it Inteleon because I got a lot smarter. And now I don't have the ugly hair. But now I look like I have a suit on. Bakugo's like, this is fine. I mean, it's not like playing soccer, but it's fine. As Deku's like, what's with you and soccer? And Bakugo's like, I just like soccer. As with his fireball, he does like soccer tricks. And they go into UA. And they breeze through the written exam. And eventually, they get over to the practical part. And when President Mike says start, and Bakugo and Deku also are in the same one for plot convenience, and they just never take into account to that they were different schools, so why not? And Deku and Bakugo are just cruising through these guys. They're not teaming up, but Deku and Bakugo are competing. And Deku, with a trident, pins Bakugo, and he basically just, like, puts him onto a building. Bakugo's like, that hurt, Izuku. Izuku's like, it's all in the game of winning. As Bakugo plucks the trident from his hand, and he thinks about Izuku like, he's really gotten good with this ever since he showed me how to do that. He's gotten really good. These things are, like, solid. And he then throws it towards where he saw Izuku go, but he hears nothing. What really happened was he actually destroyed a 3-pointer that was right about to be stolen from him from another examinee. And Izuku's like, yes! Thank you, Bakugo, for getting me points. As eventually, towards the end of the exam, it was 90 to 88. Izuku was leading. And he then sees Uraraka and sees a group of 3-pointers, which he sees Bakugo go to. And Deku's like, what's my decision? Save someone? Or get the points? As he's like, why am I even thinking? As he goes over to Uraraka and saves her with his water bending. And reels her back. As Izuku's like, special move. As he uses that snipe ability that Inteleon has. And snipes the robot's head off right in the eye. And it goes straight through the robot's head. And the robot eventually crashes down. And that's where the exam ends. And when they eventually get the letter in the mail, Izuku is revealed to have gotten 144 points. Bakugo with 105. And Deku was told he got first. And Bakugo told he got second. Deku is like, I made the right decision. As he smiles. And yeah, that's where I'll be leaving it off, guys. This is probably extremely short, I do understand. But it's late, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm everything. So, this is Kami Rush signing off. And this is Deku and Sobble, still crying. And yeah, this is Kami Rush signing off. Bye-bye.